social media and relationships. Assalamualaikum everyone. Me as a moderator and the first panel for today, I gathered here with along our prestigious panels here to discuss a forum about social media and relationship. Does it bring good or does it bring bad? So me myself, my name is JIJIDIANA. I gathered here with.
My name is Nadra.
My name is Anis.
My name is Shafiq.
My name is Mola.
Are going to discuss about social media and relationships. To start out our first point, which is relationship itself. Relationship doesn't include love, okay? It also include families, friendships, and whatnot. So my first point for today is that social media can spread the happiness of relationships. For example, we can take example as our artist, which is Iris Zafran and his wife, Wawa Zainal. They record a lot of videos and they do a lot of videos alongside with their children, and they do a lot of TikTok videos that is quite entertaining for people from around the world to watch. And not only that, social media can bring a lot of benefit by spread happiness for all of the people itself. It doesn't mean you need to be an artist to spread happiness. Me myself, I spread pictures about me hanging around with my friends and families. Me myself, I spread pictures of me hanging out with other people and my family or my own family members. So that's my first point, which is social media can help to spread happiness for around the people around the world, for people to see and people to enjoy and to entertain. Moving on to our second point for today is Anis's point.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ali. My next point, which is in the positive effect of how social media contribute to relationship, image and context, is continuous interaction. So, an interaction doesn't have to always be physical, it can also be virtual, and communication still can happen despite no physical contact nowadays because people use social media to interact with each other regardless of time. So not only relationships that are already in the same area or location, people that have long distance relationship, whether families, friendship or lovers, they can still keep in touch with each other by using social media. So another thing is you can also get closer and know more about other people through social media. You can also make new friends that you found in social media like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and many others. And for an example of how you can interact with each other without having a face-to-face interaction is by video calling or chatting, that people usually use WhatsApp today, that they can stay in touch and keep relationship going stronger and closer. So that is all from me, thank you.
So that is all the benefits and the goals of social media for relationships. Now we move on to the disbenefit and disadvantages of social media for relationships. We move on to our first point for Shafiq's point.
Thank you, Anik and Anis, for the benefits to social media in regards of relationship in Malaysia. However, when it comes to relationship and social media, one may argue that this advantage is a lot more crucial compared to the advantage when it comes to social media, especially in Malaysia. And one of the cons that outweighs is that it is unrealistic standards. Couples may spend more time curating an image of who they are instead of the relationship itself. For example, Anik's point, where the Malaysian couple showed their children, showed their family, how happy they are. Although there are some useful resources from that, what we may see is the highlight reels, the curated of who they are instead of the relationship itself. And inevitably real life would not look the same as how these influences or how we utilize social media in Malaysia compared to the real life. And if we do compare it to the real life, it will only lead to disappointment, it will only lead to the unsatisfaction of our relationship or our partners. Next, to conclude, social media from my side is filtered with unrealistic images which can lead to jealousy, and unsatisfaction. Having unrealistic expectations is a sure way to ruin one relationship. We all have our preference, we all have our types, and we all have our Prince Charming or Snow White in our relationship. But with the advanced technology, with the social media, especially in Malaysia, it is very hard for us to stay in one preferences. Regardless, as Peter Kajender said, happiness is to live without expectations.
That is a quite interesting insight that I get from you, Mr. Shafiq. So let's move on to the next point, Ms. Nadra.
Thank you, Mr. Ani. So one of the negativity of social media is it fuels in functional impairments. What I mean by that is that social media creates social anxiety people that might experience continuous functional impairments in which they cannot engage in face-to-face interactions. So what these people mostly prefer as a tool to interact is social media. For example, like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. This not only can impact an existing relationship, but also will be hard to form new ones for them. According to a study in 2021, the researchers found out that more half 59% of the 300 participants reported prolonged use of social media use had impacted their social interactions, negatively affecting their family relationships, even their romantic relationships, and also friendships, while also making face-to-face communication more difficult for them. I think that will be all from my part.
Interesting. Okay, let's move on to our last panel for today, Ms. Anis Suhaila.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ali. So in my opinion, oversharing information or experience, including marriage problem, is the negative impact of social media on relationship. So this is because we should keep some things we do with our partner private. The world should not know about the private moments we share in bed with a significant other. Some couples, meanwhile, fail to grasp this and publish everything online. It is awkward for the other people to witness, and it may enrage your partner who wants to keep it private. First, it will create haters or unsupportive followers that will post disgusting stuff about the couple. This will result in shame posting, especially on Facebook. Although shame posting are prevalent on Facebook, you probably should expect to learn that individuals should pause before publishing or even sharing one. Because what you are posting might be deemed defamation, which is both a criminal offense and a civil wrong in Malaysia. That is a private dispute between two persons that result in a lawsuit. So I think that is all.
Quite interesting indeed. Thank you, Ms. Anis Suhaila. So what can we conclude for today's forum, Mr. Shafiq?
Well, I think we can sum it up that there's 5 of us and there's positive and negative effects on social media, especially when it comes to relationship. I think we can sum it up. Malaysia is not that different from other nations, as other nations also have this kind of problems. I think we are all on the same page here when we say negative. There's when it comes to social media, the cons outweigh the pros.
Yes, we agree.
As we all are in a generation where we cannot live with social media, although I must point out, too much of anything is not good for anyone. The same goes to us. That is all from us. We will see you on the next forum.